Good afternoon, everyone. And just checking to see that I'm actually live on YouTube. Not getting anything yet. There we are. Okay. Can't see it on my. Hey, Raj. Good afternoon to you. Hope things are good. Hope you had a good weekend. A good day off from the markets yesterday. All to go. Okay, cool. Let me just go back and turn off the music. Yeah, okay. Turn off the music a little bit better. Hey, Alex. How's things in India? Trying to get my live on you on my iPad. I can't get it to come up. Don't know why. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Um, yeah, well, yesterday all the banks were closed. It was a holiday in many places, uh, and they're the ones that make the big moves. So we had some retail traders, and of course we'll just go back and look at this chart from yesterday. Did that big $50 move up, the gap up, after the news over the weekend that the Strait of Hormuz will open. And then, of course, being bank holidays in many parts of the world, it just went sideways. We had a little bit of a move up here, just kind of before the U.S. session. But then, of course, when New York opened, this is just retail traders. So no institutions, hedge funds, central banks, nobody doing any trading yesterday. But today it's, as Raj says, all systems go, back in the saddle again. And let's see what we got here. Started off from the very beginning of the day with a move down, a big move down from 45.80 down to 45.22, about a $60 drop so far today, 600 pips. And let's see what it's going to do. I've got this gray line here. This is the support, minor support resistance level. You see it found support here for a couple of hours. Then it came up and that was resistance. Support becomes resistance. So that's why I put that gray line there. Then we have the previous day low from yesterday at 45.18. And then we have the previous day high from yesterday, and that's at about 45.80. Is that right? Yeah. And that's where it went to today. Went up to the previous day high. So not really much of a difference between the previous day low and previous day high. I'm kind of expecting that we might see it take out the previous day low, and this is where a lot of the liquidity is, and then we could see a move back up to higher prices. Hello, Gigi สวัสดีครับพูดไทยหรือยังอีกคืนหรือยังวันนี้วันอังคารนะวันนี้ริจะไป True Digital Park นะประมาณ3 โมงเย็น So Alex says gold almost fills up the weekly gap up. It will go down cover up. Oh, not sure what you mean by that. Let me look at the weekly chart right quick, and let's see what we got here. On the weekly, I don't usually look at the weekly chart. Okay. It's bearish on the weekly chart, bearish on the daily chart, and neutral on the 4-hour chart. Hey, Longbu, where are you watching from? I don't think I've seen you here before. First time, yeah, okay. Where are you? Where are you watching from, Longbu? Gigi,ถูกต้องวันนี้เป็นวันไอศกรีมนะไปไหม Oh, from Vietnam. Okay, good to see you here. Very close to where I live. I'm in Bangkok. Okay, thank you, Longbu, for subscribing to the channel. Be sure and click that little bell so you'll be notified when I make these regular videos. And if you want to contact me on Telegram, that's my main messaging service. Telegram ID is at RickRayFX. And I have a chat group for traders. If you want to be added to that group, just make a request and I'll add you to that group. So what are we looking at today? What are we expecting today? It's every day we wake up in a different world. So yesterday they had okay over the weekend there was good news. The Strait of Hormuz is going to open. So oil dropped what down to $90. Huge, massive drop on oil. Okay, that's good for the price of oil if the Strait will open. And then of course gold went up. Okay, that was good news. But that was all just a knee-jerk reaction because today the Iranians are saying, well, they're not even close to any kind of agreement. And what's the price of oil right now? It's yeah, the price of oil is going up. Of course it is, because the Iranians are saying, we're not close to any agreement. That's just another thing that the president said over the weekend. Oh yeah, he said this so many times. Oh, we're close to an agreement. And then the market makes this massive move, so all the inside traders, the insiders, they can capitalize on the move that will happen, and then everything goes back the way it was. And now oil is going up. A big move up on oil today already. It got down to 88, and now it's going back up. Now already at 91 and moving up. Coming down a little bit, but likely to continue to move up because there's no peace and there's nothing. And they said I saw in the news today that they're already shooting at each other again. Oh God! And this is what's driving prices, guys. I don't expect us to see higher prices with gold. All the central banks now are talking about raising interest rates, and high interest rates on currencies is bad for gold. So now what do we got here? 12:30, and here's the really kind of the start of the Tokyo lunch run. What are we going to get? Yeah, it is annoying, but this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. and we can't do anything about it. So this is the Tokyo lunch run, and I really prefer. I like this first candle here at half past the hour, and I usually make a decision based on this first candle. And it looks like we're on the move. But now I've got to wait 7 more minutes for this candle to close. I've just been burned too many times by jumping in early. Jump in early and then get stopped out is good of an entry. I prefer to be patient and it reverses on you and you get stopped out. That's no fun at all. So has anybody got a trade open today yet? Okay, Alex, you're all up to date on the gaps. Longbu, my name is Rick. Yes, Rick. That's my nickname. My full name is Richard. Why do you ask? You can see it on the YouTube channel. That's also the name of my website, which is rickrayfx.com. If you want to check that out, there's lots of good information there, free indicators. There's actually a free course, a basic setup course, and free indicators, information about prop firms, EAs. Check it out, rickrayfx.com. Well, we're getting a little bit personal here now. Set up ready on Euro US. I'm from the US, but I live in Thailand for 37 years. Well, this is a nice looking bullish candle here. Really looking good. Let me go over and check out MT5 and see that I'm all ready to go. Uh, got the account open. Okay. Oh, we don't want that lot size. And we just broke above the pivot line, I believe. My pivot points indicator on TradingView doesn't seem to be working today. It usually shows up on the day, but here's going back to yesterday. Not sure what's going on with that. But the pivot points is at 45.15 and the first resistance level at 45.39. I'm not quite sure what's happened to the pivot points indicator, but I'll sort that out later. Making a good run up here now. And of course, let me go and have a look at the 5 minute chart. Hmm. Mm, I don't like this. This is still below the 100 on my 5 minute chart. So it could go up and touch that at 45.48. 45.48. Where's that? 45.44. Oh, it might come back up to this resistance level here, 45.45, and then fall back down. Hmm. Guys, I really don't want to go long on this trade. I know it's according to the strategy. I still got 2.5 minutes on this candle. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a small trade. And then my stop loss is pretty reasonable. 45.21. Yeah, that's a reasonable stop loss. Okay. Just stand by, guys. I'm just evaluating the situation. This is, according to my trend line strategy, this is a trade setup here. It looks to be, we got, what do we got here? One, two, three touch points. Well, see if that candle's going to close above the trend line. And Alex is all ready to trade on the Euro US. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, I've only traded gold for the last 18 months. I used to trade a lot of currency pairs and different things, silver, dabbled a little bit in oil. Okay, Ross, let's get ready. You got another 45 seconds here. Looks like it's good to go. Don't like the looks of that pin bar, but hmm. Oh, another 30 seconds. And we had a big momentum candle here. One small red one, another bullish candle. Okay, I'm gonna take a small trade on the small lot size. Well, hang on a minute. I haven't done it yet. I'm not so sure now. On my MT5, this is the pivot point where it is now, and it's a support resistance. No, not liking the looks of this. I haven't taken a trade yet, guys. Stand by. Sometimes my support and resistance on the MT5 is just a little bit different from the trading view. And it came up to the pivot point on MT5, and now it's falling down. And that's quite a bearish candle we're seeing here. Yeah, I'm, I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger on that. I hope you're okay, Ross. You didn't take that trade, I hope. Hey, DJ Igo, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you got a good trade. You opened yesterday with the market not doing anything, but you took the trade, and your TP is 45.14. Okay, cool. And now you can you follow the same trend line strategy. We were about to go long on this first candle here, but I hesitated just a little bit just about 30 seconds. I'm glad I waited. I think we got in trouble with one just like that last week. So that candle is done. I'm going to adjust the trend line. Now it's coming back. Maybe not get anything tradable for this Tokyo lunch run. And that's okay. I'm expecting a good New York run today. There is no high impact news for today. The main news that we're watching for is something about the inflation, and it's on Thursday for the U.S. market. And that's going to be an important one. That data that's coming out is on Thursday is the main data that the Federal Reserve looks at when they're considering to raise or lower the interest rates. So that's going to be an important one. Yeah, I don't like the looks of this. This is nothing to trade here. If you're a scalper on the 5 minute chart, okay, but that's not what I'm doing. Even looking at my 5 minute chart, oh, I wouldn't even try to scalp this. No, candles are just tiny, just too small. You got red, red, green, 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 red, red. Yeah, wait for London Open. That's in another hour and 15 minutes. That would be the way to go. No reason to rush anything here. We're not going to try to force a trade just because we had a day off yesterday. Everybody's getting itchy. I think better, Raj, we just wait for London opening 1 hour and 15 minutes from now. One quick question, Alex. He's probably typing it now. Yeah, when you don't see anything here like this is better just to stay out. But having said that, I mean, boom, it could drop like a brick. But we don't know that, and we don't try to force a trade. We wait and let the price tell us what it's going to do. And it's looking bearish today, so I'm expecting probably in the London will probably take out the previous day low, take out the low from yesterday at 45.18. That means they might come on down to the 4500 zone down in here even. This is where the liquidity is around in here, and then possibly push the price up. Or we could just get a liquidity run, or this just continues throughout the day. Just have to wait and see how it's going to unfold. So Alex has a question, and Longview has a buy limit at 24 for scalping. 24 what? ECB, European Central Bank, says that they will increase the rates in June, even if a peace deal is struck. Why does the government like that? Why does the government like that? Well, it just goes back to inflation, Alex. Inflation is increasing in worldwide, and that's because the price of oil has gotten so high. It's increased prices of gasoline, of fuel, of jet fuel, of groceries that rely on shipping and trucking. Inflation is going up all over the world. And so the way central banks control inflation, try to bring inflation down, is they raise interest rates on their currency. And the next expected rate increase or decrease is in June. So the European Central Bank, if they've already said that, apparently, you saw that somewhere. Um, if they get a peace deal and the strait opens up, inflation is still here. I mean, you can read any of the experts, and it's going to take months and months, maybe even next year, before the prices start to come back down. So they're just being the ECB, the European Central Bank. They're just being proactive, and they know that inflation is already getting out of control and likely to go higher. So they're being proactive and saying, okay, we're very likely to increase the interest rate in June. Well, the governments will eventually lower rates, once inflation gets under control, but that takes a long, long time. That takes months, if not years. So eventually the rates will come down, but not like, they don't raise interest rates in June and then they put them back down in the next release, which would be September. No, they don't do it like that. If they put the interest rates up, they might put them up again or hold them at the higher rates for a few months. And then when inflation gets under control and starts to come down, then they will look at lowering the interest rates. But this is over a long period of time. This nothing happens really quick in regarding to central banks lowering or raising interest rates. They have a lot of things to consider, and they're very, very patient about it. Okay, yeah, that was boy. I'm so glad we didn't go long on that candle. Wow. Oh man. Actually, we could have probably considered that a bounce maybe and then taken a short trade there. But again, that's not according to it's not the way I use the trend lines. Some people do, they trade the bounce, comes up here and bounce, and then they go that direction. I know Agro likes to do that, but for me, the way I use the strategy, if it breaks below and closes below this green trend line, then I would go short. I mean, and if we go short here and it breaks below and everything, then I expect London is going to wipe out this previous day low and do the liquidity sweep, and then possibly it could be a liquidity run where they just keep going to lower prices. There's no reason for gold to be going up. What we saw yesterday was just a knee-jerk reaction to some good news that actually has turned out to be no news because the Iranians have said they're not even close to an agreement. And what's oil doing? Is oil? Yeah, oil's still going up. So it's gone up, going sideways, gone up, going sideways, going to go up again. We might see $100 oil by the end of the day again, where it was over the weekend. Okay, so I might end up getting a short trade here. What was that? 45.32. So missed out on about possibly $10 by not taking this reversal trade here. But I don't chase candles. Just because I saw this one starting to go down, I would not just take a short trade, just seeing a little bit of red there. I'll let the price tell me. And it tells me if it breaks the trend line and closes below, then I will go short. And yes, I would do that even before London opens. Wow. You know what? If I had gone long here, this would be really close to my stop loss. Oh God. 45.24 is support. Uh, I'm having trouble with my pivot points indicator today. I don't know why it's not coming across on the other side. So 45.24 is support. 45.22 is the low today for the Asia market. And it's at 45.23 now. And bouncing off of that, I'm going to bounce off my trend line, eh? So I go today is Tuesday, so it's ice cream day. My plan is to go to True Digital Park around 3 o'clock, and I'll probably eat lunch over there. So that's my plan for today. And if you want to join, you're more than welcome. Okay, I'll go. Keep in touch. Yes, Alex. We have a big franchise over here called Swenson's. It's an American ice cream franchise. They do all great. Ice cream is out of this world. It's really good. And every Tuesday, if you're a member, you buy one and get one free. So I go every Tuesday. I've been a member for like 10 years. I go every Tuesday just like clockwork. Buy one, get one free. And a lot of my friends join me on that. It's a really good deal. Yeah, it looks like we're just getting a bounce off the trend line here. Still another 5 minutes on this candle. Let's see what happens. I'll stick around for to see what happens before the top of the hour. And you guys that are watching, don't forget to. Yeah, I'm not a shareholder. I would like to be. Hey, that would be cool. They're really a very, very successful franchise. That's funny. So you guys don't forget to click the like button. It does help the channel. I appreciate it. Yeah, look at this. So glad I didn't chase that one too. A lot of just indecision, just playing around. Got up and down and back up. No clear direction. But just to re-emphasize on the big picture, gold is bearish on the day chart. And if we should start to go down, 43, well, actually the main support level would be 41, 4100. That's not that far away, but our next main level would be about 4480. That's on the day chart. The next support level is about 4480. And then on the 4 hour chart, We're neutral. Just turned neutral today. Of course, that big run we had yesterday that made it bullish, but today that's all been given back. All of that is almost gone from yesterday. So our main support level on the 4-hour charts around the first one around 45.10, 45.09, 45.10. And then of course 4,500, the round number. Wow, looking at the 5-minute chart, I really do trust this 5-minute chart. With my 100 moving average, it's still below that, well below it now. That was the main reason I didn't go long previously, was looking at the 5-minute chart. It tells me it's still bearish at the present moment. Okay, another 1 minute. Yeah, look at that. Talk about playing around. Maybe they'll try to move up again. I don't know. Oh, let's just quickly look at the dollar, the DXY on. Oh, yeah, of course. Dollar getting stronger, gold getting weaker. All makes sense, of course. US dollar now 99.11, and oil, of course, still going up for the day. And all of that puts pressure on gold. Absolutely. London is very likely to take out this previous day low, possibly just do a liquidity run down to much lower prices, maybe 44.80. Okay, I don't look at that one, Alex. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Hope you have a good day of trading wherever you are. Be patient. As you can see in this session we've had just now, be patient. Be sure you have a good trade setup before you click that buy or sell button. And of course, protect your capital with a stop loss. And I'll come back a little bit later and see if I've got anything. And I hope wherever you are in the world, have a great day. And I'll try to be here again tomorrow.